Good morning and welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned to CNN News 18. I'm Kritsween Walia. We now shift our focus to another bit of breaking news update we've been tracking. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Donald Trump may hold a meeting on the sidelines of the upcoming ASEAN Summit in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia later this month. So there's a lot of buzz around this development that is slated 47th ASEAN Summit, and the Prime Minister in all likelihood could be meeting US President Donald Trump. Now, this summit is to take place later this month in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. And as per sources, we're learning that President Donald Trump in all likelihood may also be in attendance. So this has led to a lot of speculation of whether or not there will be a bilateral between the two on the sidelines of the East Asia Summit in Kuala Lumpur. India has not confirmed Prime Minister Narendra Modi's official travel plans, and there's been no official announcement from the US side as well. But given that this invite has been extended to both the nations, a lot of buzz essentially over the likelihood of the two leaders meeting one-on-one. Going across to Siddhant Mishra, who joins us with more details. Siddhant, what are the chances that the two could interact and, more importantly, have perhaps a bilateral on the sidelines of the ASEAN Summit? What more do we know?
Well, that's right, Kritsween. In fact, this will be the last window, perhaps, where two leaders can meet this year. So Prime Minister Modi attends ASEAN Summit every year. In fact, this time around, the official announcement has not been made by the government of India yet. In fact, Malaysia has invited President Trump. So in all likelihood, if both these two leaders will be attending the ASEAN Summit, perhaps there is a possibility that both these leaders will meet on the sidelines of the ASEAN Summit. Now, none of the sides have confirmed the meeting or the visit of their leaders to the ASEAN. But since Malaysia has invited President Trump, and in all likelihood, President Trump will be attending the ASEAN Summit this year, and Prime Minister Modi, as I said before, is a regular attendee of the ASEAN Group Summit. So this would be an opportunity. This would also be the last window where both leaders can meet this year, because after this summit, there is no other multilateral summit taking place this year where both leaders, which both leaders will attend. So definitely, it's an opportunity, and perhaps since both leaders have already exchanged greetings on X. In fact, there has also been a telephonic conversation between President Trump and Prime Minister Modi. So the chatter is that this meeting could take place between the two leaders on the sidelines of the ASEAN Summit in Malaysia.
Okay, Siddhant, overall, how do you look at this? If we zoom out a little, given the developments that have taken place the last few months alone, for instance, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar interacting with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio on the sidelines of UNGA. Not just that, we've also seen how the trade talks have resumed between India and the United States after the imposition of that 50% tariff by the US. All of that has happened the last few days. In that sense, this meeting could hold the key to what momentum we're going to look at, including relationship that the two nations are going to share moving forward.
Well, definitely. Look, as far as trade talk is concerned, perhaps both nations are not on the same page, but both nations are indeed trying to navigate and find a solution. Definitely, the relationship is going through a very, very rough patch. But despite that, there is this great equation between Prime Minister Modi and President Trump, personal rapport between the two leaders. In fact, this is the reason that President Trump wished Prime Minister Modi on his birthday. There was a telephonic conversation between the two leaders. In fact, yesterday, Prime Minister Modi also supported President Trump's Gaza peace plan. So in terms of gesturing, in terms of signaling, perhaps both sides are equally doing positive signaling for each other. And as I said, that both sides are also committed in taking this relationship forward. So ASEAN would be the last window, the last multilateral event summit this year, where both leaders will be present. President Trump has not confirmed his presence yet, but in all likelihood, he will be attending the ASEAN Summit. Prime Minister Modi is a regular attendee. He every year he visits. He attends the ASEAN Summit. So there's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of optimism also, because it looks like that in all likelihood both leaders are going to meet in Malaysia.
And a possible meeting between the US President and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have always triggered that reaction. So this is on expected lines. Thank you so much, Siddhant, for joining us with the latest.